Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense takes the field to start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Croman Hope. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Noles! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Handoff from the shotgun. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jason.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
To the air, it's O'Neal. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Going with the counter play here. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State fan.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They go to the ground. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. They're working that left side. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The give to Davis. Runs through a tackle. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short. Now,
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
and I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Seminoles will have it first and 10. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're just making things harder now. It's first and 20. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
It's complete. Touchdown, Knowles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner is stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on second down. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab. Tackled, but he has a first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Comes out throwing on first down. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The aerial assault continues. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Makes a catch at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going.
And the score.
Man, going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just...
He's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first down. Unloads it left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now the play fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's O'Neal. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
First down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Almost certainly time for just one more play, so why not give it a go on fourth down? Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. And the Aggies will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Quick strike complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get behind the defense. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown Seminoles. And the pummeling has started. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. After run, now throw. Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced.
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. They just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing. And because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's O'Neal. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Firing to the right, complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Aggies will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11th. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Fights off a defender. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. They'll ride Davis here. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The sure hands, it's Akbar. Oh, the pirouette, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of him.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Got a big, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He caught it! And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that drive covered 29 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their...
Just steamrolling his way through. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Ready? Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Aggie.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Running back carry. Picks up 3. Brings up 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them an absolute